It's time to BS.
Kevin, help! I'm annoyed.
Oh no!
It's right.
It's too early in the show.
It's way too early in this show to be annoyed. So, context be key here, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
Context be key here. So, I've been trying to fill out like multiple applications and stuff like that for a different studio. Let's call it that. It's not fun.
No,
It's not.
It isn't.
It's horrible. Don't do it. It's because there's so much paperwork. Oh my God. I just wanted to do the 2 podcasts I had to do today and then it'd be done. No, I can't. I gotta do this crap on top of this good crap. The good crap being this show.
Well, we're going to bring it home. So,
yeah, right. Anyway, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Department of BS from the beaches of lovely Long Island, New York. My name is Dan Cruz, the captain of this fine establishment. This is Time to BS, and from the great state of Texas, and Bell Fantasy, wherever you get your articles, is Kevin Wilson over in that corner over there.
That's right.
All right, and you can follow the show wherever you get your podcasts. Like and subscribe, follow the show, like, rate, review, the whole 9 yards.
That's right.
Follow the official Time to BS Podcast Facebook page. Just search Time to BS Podcast. Gaming content's here as well, coming soon. Once again, no idea when, but we'll figure that out. Engage with the comments. I already see Desi's popping in there.
Okay.
Just be nice, people.
No worries.
Desi's covered. She's fine.
That's right.
She's fine. We'll be taking your comments and questions throughout the show. So, Kevin, what do you want to talk about?
Well, I have some things to what's the best way to put this? Get off my chest, so to speak.
Uh-oh.
And it has to do with the Super Bowl.
Uh-oh.
And
should I be concerned, Kevin?
Well, can we please stop hearing this nonsense coming out of the mouth of Cam Newton?
What'd he do now?
Well, what he said was that if he was the starting quarterback, he would have led. I don't know if he was referring to the Patriots or the Seahawks. It doesn't really matter. He said that they would have led the team to a Super Bowl championship.
Cam Newton said that? The guy who dove on the football?
Newton, he's been saying all kinds of things.
The guy who dove on the football to prevent himself from...
There we go.
So
he couldn't escape the Denver Broncos pass rush.
So he decided to not dive on that football. So he decided to not dive on that football, but he'll dive on controversy because...
Right.
Listen. We understand that we are the industry of hot takes and whatever the hell you want to call it.
And at least can we keep it into the realm of believability and possibility?
Listen, there are certain individuals who I will not name that said, do you remember Josh Hosang for the New York Islanders? He was a prospect.
Right.
He was a highly touted hockey prospect. Okay. Do you remember Bo Horvat when he was traded from Vancouver to the Islanders?
I do.
Okay. Some genius said, and I quote, "I'd rather have Josh Hosang as a perennial NHL bust over Bo Horvat. I will have that painted on my wall one day."
Yeah, and I have been slung with arrows aplenty from the time that I have been wrong.
Yes.
Okay.
We're
in the business of predictions.
Yeah.
We get things wrong.
Sometimes terrible predictions, but here we are.
Sometimes terrible predictions, but it's always based on research that I've done and conclusions that I came to, and I explain why I came to those conclusions. And obviously, some things don't work out. So, but they were all within the realm of the outcome could be possible that I was speaking of.
Ugh.
Okay? I wasn't out there espousing something that was completely ridiculous.
Listen, I understand the trying to get your name out there. I understand that.
I get that.
We completely get that here.
Right. And especially like if you're already on First Take,
Which
how much more does your name need to get out there?
It's been a dumpster fire.
Right. And so and that was my biggest take from him.
Yeah.
And then you've got these other
Talking heads.
Talking heads, exactly. And saying that in the NFC there are 8 quarterbacks that could have led the Seahawks to the Super Bowl championship.
Yeah, sure.
And let's say even if that's true. So what? They didn't.
Yeah, it's stupid.
This idea of just refusing to give Sam Darnold any kind of credit for some people were, and they praised him, and I was glad to see that because of what he's overcome.
Yeah.
But there are certain other elements of society who won't give the man any, all season. They've been waiting for Sam Darnold to implode. They've been waiting for that. They would have dove on that. Let's say that it happened.
Oh, we know plenty of Ram fans that do that.
Right.
Plenty.
But I'm not talking about fans. I'm talking about people in our industry that were waiting and would have been more than happy to dive on his corpse, so to speak.
We know a few of them.
Yes, we do. And that didn't happen. And I saw this, the Seahawks were the first Super Bowl championship team
to
not turn the ball over in the entire postseason.
Correct.
Not a single turnover.
It was impressive.
Very impressive. And all that starts with Sam Darnold.
Yeah. Who, by the way, the entire team led the league in turnovers.
Correct.
I think they were second in turnovers, only to the Vikings.
I believe that's true. I saw that stat as well.
Okay.
And people were talking about how he only had 23 touchdown passes.
Okay.
But the Seahawks were I forget if it was 4th or 5th. As far as they were the 4th or 5th least passing team in the entire NFL.
And by the way, they still had the leading receiver in football.
They still had the leading receiver.
Unbelievable.
And this man still threw for 23 touchdowns and 4,000 yards. Because when they did pass it, invariably there were big plays. And some of those turnovers, let's face it, if you take away the 6 turnovers he had against the Rams, and he finally got past that bugaboo.
Yeah.
If you take away those 6 interceptions, he threw 7 interceptions against the entire rest of the NFL. Because he had 13 picks. But you take 6 away, he's got 7.
Yeah.
So
he had a good year.
Everything that could have been asked of Sam Darnold, he did. He needed to pass the ball against the Rams. He did.
Yep.
He needed to protect the football against the Patriots, against a heavy rush, and he did.
Yep.
So,
indeed,
please, can we stop with this the Sam Darnold bash tour that's been going on for 6 months now?
Well, I understand because Sam Darnold's been the running joke of the NFL, whether people like it or not, for the last 5 years or so. It was always,
right.
Hey, seeing ghosts.
Well, he certainly didn't help himself when he said that. But he said it in 2000 and what was it, 19 or 18? I forget.
So like 19. It was definitely before the pandemic.
Right, because he was on the jet still when he said this.
Yeah.
And so we're 6 years past that now.
Yeah.
So that was what I wanted to BS about, first of all, and get that off my chest. Cam Newton, can you please tone it down a little? A little. That's all I'm asking for. And can we give Sam Darnold some respect as a Super Bowl championship quarterback?
Which we'll get to that also down the road, but
we will. We'll talk about all things Seattle and see, when Seahawks Sessions gets back in tune. But
yeah,
I just wanted to throw those two things out there because they've been in my bugaboo now for a couple of days.
Yeah, precisely.
Ever since the Monday, show started, and just continued from there. So
yeah, which by the way, I will also point out in the Department of Nonsense here in this this fine establishment, BS Sessions Volume 57 will be posted wherever you get your podcasts on Thursday.
Okay.
And on the video format will also be posted on Thursday as well. So if you're interested, it was a great time.
You should be.
It was a great conversation between myself and Dustin.
Right.
So I highly suggest you guys go check it out.
Okay.
And
hopefully you changed so he at least had a smile on his face now.
He did.
And do away with the meme of him and being, I'm nervous, needs to be retired.
Well, I will tell you this. All jokes completely aside, that meme is not going away anytime soon.
Well, it's it was one of those things that just transcends,
time and space,
the continuum, and all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, but all three of us smiles from here to Timbuktu.
Indeed.
And reasons for it. We had. Yeah. So if any of those people out there would like to know what exactly the Seahawks accomplished, go to our show, man, because we mapped this out.
Yeah,
every game that they did, we had reactions to it. So we know what we're talking about.
Some of us know what we're talking about.
The three of us, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to say it. We knew what we were talking about when it comes to the Seahawks. I mean, we talked about it last episode.
The two of us were the voices of reason.
We were, you and I,
yes,
were more on board the changes. Dustin came along and he got with us.
Thank God.
Yeah, that's right. But all these other people the Seahawks are going to win 4 games. You already called them out.
Oh, that was fun. That was a lot of fun.
It was interesting. It was fun. And like I was, DJ, glad you came over to our side finally.
Thank you, DJ.
Kev, come on. We've got room for you.
Okay, first of all, Kev, I appreciate him. We appreciate Kev around here.
That's right.
We do. We appreciate Kev.
He does 1,000, probably hundreds of thousands of different things behind the scenes and in front of the camera too.
Yeah.
To appreciate. But
get off the Patriots' tail, please.
Yes.
Like, okay, so let's. Do you want to talk about the game? Because we can. We have a whole other show to talk about the game also.
Yeah.
Because the secret's out for lack of a better word, Kevin. The Seattle Seahawks are Super Bowl freaking champions.
That's right. I've got a shirt already ordered. I know you've got a hat
ordered.
That's right. And I did some searching around and I found the kind of shirt that I liked, and I got my name on the back of it, and I've got the number 12 back there because we're members of the 12s.
Indeed.
So I thought that was appropriate. So
shameless plug: use promo code NoCreds for 20% off.
That's right.
For our friends over No Credits Required.
That's right.
Jeez. It's Kevin, when it started to hit me over the last couple of days that I think the Seattle Times article that came out on Monday was the perfect representation of how Seahawk fans were feeling, which was redemption.
Redemption.
Redemption redemption for a wound of 11 years that never properly healed. Redemption for a team that was denied a celebration of back-to-back Super Bowl champions. Redemption for a fan base that all you thought about for 11 years for the Seahawks was Malcolm Butler and that
Right.
play.
And he didn't do much
No,
after that.
that play, I kid you not, was on repeat on my head
For the last 2
for
weeks.
2 weeks. For 2
Yes.
weeks. It was on repeat for 2 weeks.
It was, and as I said before this, the guy that I work with is from the New England area, and he was more than happy to point out that particular play right after we knew who was going to play in the Super Bowl. The next day I came to work, he was talking that.
Which people were saying like it was a bad game. If you love defense, it was awesome.
It was, I could see, especially if you're a New England fan, I get that.
If you love defense, it was great. But the fact of the matter is that the Seahawks beat the Patriots the way they did. It felt like, Jesus. It's like, this is for my mother, and this is for my cousin, and this is for my brother, and this is for my friends and my family, and so forth. Just continuous haymakers at the Patriots' faces. It was like, this is for Bobby, this is for Russ, sort of. This is for KJ Wright, this is for Sherm, this is for Cam, this is for all those guys. And it felt like 11 years of punching bags were finally just thrown in the corner.
That's right. And burned to the ground.
And wounds that never properly healed were finally healed.
That's right.
And literally, I texted Megan this. I said, it's starting to hit me. 11 long, miserable years of just wanting that wound to heal finally has been healed. And it was culminated the fact that they kicked the snot out of the very team that broke their hearts 11 years ago, the New England Patriots, and it was awesome. It was awesome.
And there were so many parts that were awesome to that game. The fact that they beat the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
And they did it in the 49ers home field.
Yep.
Was just, it was like, let's say you like steak.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was steak on the open flame, and it's just exactly, just get the juices coming off of it.
Charbroiled steak.
Yeah. Absolutely. And so I've enjoyed every minute since that game. So, and just another thing too is everybody was so quick to point out, well, what the Patriots did wrong.
The fact of the matter is that was a mismatch from the get-go.
Right.
Everyone knew that the Patriots' offensive line was a hot mess.
It was. And you have to live with it now.
Yeah. Which is, Will Campbell's a good player. We since found out that he has a ligament tear in his knee that never properly healed the majority of the year.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting how that came out after the fact.
Yeah, which was like a BS excuse.
Right. And even Sandy over there, as soon as I heard, we heard that comment together. And even she was like, well, that sounds like an excuse. Just like Drake May always, he had some kind of a shoulder thing going on.
Okay, the fact of the matter is you got the snot beat out of you by a team that was
got
significantly
the
better than you.
Absolute just stuffing beat out of you. And they're young awesome. And everything else. And it
was great.
It was great.
It was great. The game sucks, but it was great.
Every last bit of it. We'll take it.
At first, I was like, well, this kind of stung the fact that they beat the Patriots the way they did. But at the end of the day, I don't care because it was payback.
That's right. And that's one of their slogans. We don't care.
We don't care.
So
we don't.
We're right there with them. We don't care about how you were injured or what was happening or any of that stuff.
Yep.
Because, as I said, my 3 keys for the Patriots, they hit none of them.
Mm-hmm.
None.
None.
And Josh McDaniels was criticized correctly, in my view, because all he did was try and throw the football against a pass rush that was just
you couldn't stop him.
You couldn't stop it, and maybe a little run here or there.
Yeah,
might have slowed that down a little, but
and this is Josh McDaniels. This is a really good offensive coordinator we're talking about here.
Yeah, and
It's not like some scrub or anything.
No, as long as he's not the head coach, and he's fine.
Yeah, good point.
And
that's a fair point.
And somebody already came out and said, "Well, Josh McDaniels should get fired." It's like, well, hold the phone.
Hold the phone here. Hold on. Literally, hold on for a second here.
Yeah.
I'm not a big McDaniels guy as much as anybody. To get fired because your team was severely outmatched? Really? We're going to go down that road here?
No. Yeah. We're not. Even though that's the opposing team, we're still not going to jump on that train.
Thankfully.
Right.
Thankfully.
So,
what are you going to do? But no, it was a good time. It was a good time, Kevin. It really was.
It was. And, because as you mentioned, the last time these teams played, my jersey wound up on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't happen this time.
Nope.
So,
nope.
I was quite pleased.
I was, it took me a little bit to hit me, as I said before. It took me a little bit to hit me. I was like, I was excited, but the reality really sunk in over the last 2 days. It's been awesome. It really has been awesome.
It's been awesome. And, just flicking off the negative Nellies. Okay.
Pretty much, yeah.
Right? And just relishing in all the goodness.
Yeah.
Because everything about that game on the Seahawks side of things was goodness.
Indeed. I have a question, Kevin. So I don't know if you want to dive in the rabbit hole of the halftime show and how people are losing their minds I don't know, because I've seen a lot of people that I'm like friends with and stuff like that are losing their minds over like, this is good music, and you and I are old school gentlemen here.
Yeah, let me just say right off the bat that the halftime show has not been meant for me for quite some time.
I haven't really cared about the halftime show since. You remember when Prince did it in the rain?
I do, and that was one of the great shows, and he did it in the rain on top of everything else.
Tom Petty, 2007.
That's right, and so we're long past that.
Which it stings because, like, the halftime show for me was like, oh, this is great. Like, you get to hear some really good tunes and stuff like that. And I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to hide it. I don't listen to Bad Bunny. I don't listen to, like, present day music a whole lot. Or mainstream music. I've been on record of saying, I think mainstream music today sucks. And I'd be the first person to tell you that.
That's right. I've been on the train that, ever since 1989, music's pretty much been dead.
There you go. That makes two of us.
For me.
For me, it was like 2010. But anyway, I digress.
Okay, yeah. And so, like I said, I didn't watch a second of it. Not one second.
I tried.
Not 1 second. And I thought, well, the whole thing was in Spanish. Well, not the whole thing, but
listen, even if it was English, it's like I tried to watch it. I tried to listen. I'm like, I have no idea what's going on here. And you can call me arrogant. You could call us arrogant. We really don't care. We're just going to give our opinions. And if you don't like it, well, the door's that way.
Well, this is why we're BSing. So,
amen to that, Kevin.
If that's your kind of thing,
cool
for you.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
if you like squirrels and trees, that's awesome.
Right.
Whatever makes you happy.
And he's at the end where he was going on and on and on about, this is for America and San Salvador and wherever else. this is America's game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so we
I
need to
get
be
it.
focused. This is America. And
Yeah,
we
we're
saw
flawed.
during the game,
But what?
people in Melbourne, Australia, were watching this game.
Yeah. That's impressive too.
It was. You know, we talked about Melbourne because they're going to play a game there coming up this year.
Yeah, and over in Australia.
And Melbourne, I've not been to. I've been a couple places in Australia, not Melbourne, but that's, they're making it, America's game globally.
Which is completely fine, to be
Which is
completely honest.
completely
Here.
fine.
Listen, if they were to play German metal, I don't care. Like, Rammstein is an awesome band. I'd be the first person to tell you that. That is a great band. If you were to play the entire halftime show in like German, I'm like, okay, but it's metal. All right, that's awesome. I dig that. But that's just me. If you love Bad Bunny, good for you. That's awesome. We're not gonna judge your likes or dislikes or whatever.
I'm wondering how they came up with him because in America, I mean, I guess he's known in other parts, of the world or whatever.
Apparently, from what I know, he's not only a pretty dang good wrestler. I could tell you from personal experience, but he's like globally a sensation, and I get it.
Okay,
which is good for you.
I've understand that now, but in America, his highest charting single was number 85.
Okay, my problem here that I have, and this is the last thing I'm going to discuss with this whole thing.
Okay.
My problem is the arrogance of dislike and you have to like this.
Right.
The arrogance on regardless of whatever side of the coin you happen to be on, it's, hey, we go into the side of, oh, this sucks, or you have to like this. It doesn't matter of like, hey, I'm just going to hear you out, and if I don't like it, that's fine. If I like it, cool, that's awesome. But no, it's, oh, this sucks, so you shouldn't have to listen to it, or oh, you have to like this. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. Who cares? Who cares?
Right, and if you didn't like it going in, you're not going to like it coming out.
Some people. My favorite analogy to this is like Twitter. Okay, Twitter's the only place where you could say, I like pancakes, and someone said waffles are better, and all of a sudden you get into a fist fight over that, and then you're in Waffle House.
Right.
Which we don't want to be in Waffle House during a fist fight.
No.
Desi be the first person to tell that story.
Because we have Waffle Houses here.
I don't. I'm sad about that.
Yeah, and
screw you, New York. Come on.
There are certain times where I don't about anyone else, but sometimes like, hey, I want some breakfast, even if it's 5:00 in the afternoon.
Well, we have really good diners over here, so I really.
I'm sure you do, and we've been to New York and experienced that.
Yeah,
so I can back you up 100% on that.
Yeah, indeed.
So if anybody's looking to go to New York, please, don't let all this stuff about how people are unfriendly in New York. We did not find that out at all. We didn't see that at all. The only thing that we did see was if you're in the street and the light turns green to go the other way, you better get your rear end out of there.
Get your rear end moving.
That's right. So as long as you know that rule and conform to that rule, you're good.
Boy, with that being said, we got a half hour into the show. But we gotta get to quick commercial break before we get to baseball.
We do.
Because this will be a pretty easy, straightforward show. Thank God.
Yeah.
So we don't have a lot to talk about other than the Super Bowl. That was about it.
Well, we know that the Super Bowl is now over.
Thank God.
But there's no reason for you to go into a sports coma, because I got a list of some of the sports events that are coming up.
Oh, geez, Des makes a good point.
That we can get into that.
There are no removable chairs in Waffle House for a reason, because Stone Cold Steve Austin would like a word. That is great. Yes. Tables are bolted down too. How deep are those bolts? Good God.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, I bet.
Good question.
I want to find out. How strong we need to be to lift one of those tables out from the concrete?
Yeah, you might.
I don't want to find out this information because I'm sure there's a very strong individual, a lot stronger than I am,
Right.
and I do not want to get into a fist fight with that individual.
No.
With that being said, Kevin, we got bills to pay, so cue the music. This show ain't free, so time for some ads.
Hey everyone, it's Ryan from No Credentials Required to talk to you about one of our newest partners at Belly Up Sports, SeatGeek. Yeah, live sports is great on television, but the feeling of being at the arena is a priceless experience. That's why our friends at SeatGeek are there to help you find the best tickets at the best prices. Not only can you get tickets to sporting events, but you can also get tickets to concerts, comedy shows, musicals, and more. Search for your desired event now at SeatGeek.com, enter promo code BellyUpSports at checkout, and you save $20 off your first purchase. SeatGeek. Life's an event. We have the tickets.
All right, so that being said, Kevin, pitchers and catchers have reported today.
Woo-hoo.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, so that's not that long, a transition
No,
to go from Super Bowl to spring training.
thank God.
And let me just say also that if you've never been to a spring training game, it's a lot of fun. Because we've been.
It's a delightful time. It really is. That means when pitchers and catchers report today, it means two things. One, baseball's here, which we appreciate that in this department, Kevin.
That's absolutely true.
And you especially.
Yeah.
And also, the weather's getting warmer. And for those that are living in the Northeast, that is music to your freaking ears.
That's right.
Because it is cold. It is really cold up here. It is frozen solid. We're talking like there's still sheets of ice on the grass. Which is... Come on. Like...
Disheartening.
Hey, you up there. Stop giving us ice. Stop it. I'll spray you with a spray bottle. Jeez. I can already picture Desi going like, don't make fun of God.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go. Bikini weather's incoming. There you go. There you go.
There we have
it. That's good news, right, Desi? We appreciate that. Nothing wrong with that.
Right.
It's like Pamela Anderson in Baywatch. All right,
That's interesting how that, because she's Canadian, so.
Is she's really Canadian?
Well, she was discovered in Canada. That much I do know.
Pamela Anderson's Canadian? Hold on, I'm going to Google this information.
She was found at a what do you call that? Not
She's
the NF?
58?
Yeah,
You are correct. She's from Ladysmith, Canada.
and she was at a what do you call that? The CFL game,
Oh, yeah.
and she was shown on the big screen some way somehow, and there was an agent there and went and got her, and there we go. And it
She
went
still
from
looks
there.
decent at 58.
And she was in a movie
Give her credit.
not too long ago. I don't recall the name of it, but
Pamela Anderson, the 90s. Baywatch.
Baywatch.
What an interesting movie that was. What a very interesting movie.
That, and we had the last vestiges of David Hasselhoff running around.
Oh, right. That's right. Good God. I love when I went to baseball to Baywatch.
And the last thing that everybody heard about David Hasselhoff, he was something about the Mavericks. Remember, honey? Remember that?
Huh?
David Hasselhoff, and he liked the Mavericks, and there was something that was going on with that, and it was in German or something. I can't remember exactly what it was.
I can't remember it all. I can't remember.
Yeah, so
Baseball's here.
but baseball is here, and so if you're an NFL fan, we get that. Okay, but don't go into a coma because, like I said, there are events coming up. One of them's February 22nd, the men ice hockey final.
Oh, thank God.
And so that's going to be interesting to see who gets there.
The U.S. just destroyed Canada earlier today.
Okay.
Destroyed them.
Because, the U.S. and Canada have that kind of rivalry thing going on right there.
Well, that's been going on since like the 80s.
Right. So it'll be interesting to see who gets to that. And March 5th, we're talking about baseball. The World Baseball Classic begins.
Yay.
And if you remember that, the last one that they had, Shohei Ohtani was facing Mike Trout and struck him out.
Beautiful. Here's an interesting question here. When is the possibility of Mike Trout being traded? Because I don't understand why the Angels keep holding on to this guy who has been injured to high hell and back the last several years.
He has.
When he's healthy.
One of the more unfortunate outcomes over the last, because his first 8 years or so,
he was
among the best we've ever seen
ever. When healthy. He's a top 20 player ever when healthy.
When it comes to defense and hitting and speed and all that, he was right up there with Albert Pujols.
Yeah, he was unfriggin' believable. And injuries have derailed his career.
Absolutely.
Also, the fact that he's in Anaheim has derailed his career also. Because let's be honest here.
Which is sad to me, because when I was a freshman in high school, I used to be able to walk home from school and see the Anaheim Stadium.
Beautiful stadium, too.
And
it was beautiful.
I've been there when it was, it wasn't that great because it was an NFL and baseball stadium.
Yeah, with the Rams.
And then they kicked the Rams left, whatever. And then they converted the stadium. It's a beautiful stadium now.
It's gorgeous.
Gorgeous with the little fountains out in the outfield and the rock formations and everything else. And so the fact that the Angels, and that was you talk about a great World Series. Them and the Giants.
2005, right?
2000 and I'm gonna
4. I think it was 4. 2004 or 5.
2002. I'm gonna say
Barry Bonds, right?
Barry Bonds, correct.
Yeah, it was 2002. You're right.
And the Giants were up 5-0 with 6 outs to go or so, and they lost the game.
Yep.
And the Angels went on to win the World Series. That was a great World Series for me.
That was great.
Like I watched the Angels. I watched Nolan Ryan pitch for the Angels.
Yep.
So that tells you how long ago that was. But,
but it's a shame because I'm a big Trout guy. I remember there was a time where people were arguing between Bryce Harper and Mike Trout for the best player in baseball.
And that was that whole argument was nonsense because it was Mike Trout by 1,000%.
He was that good of a player. And I'm very curious to see what it would take to pry Mike Trout out of Anaheim and be like, hey, I want to go, Christ, I don't know, for craps and goes to Philadelphia.
Speculation has always been Philadelphia. That's
to Philadelphia or something like that. Like, he's from that area. He's from Philadelphia. Right. He's from that area. Or, like, I don't know, the Mariners, like, just to throw it out there. Like, the possibilities, if Mike Trout were to go on the market today, there'd be teams lining up from the front door all the way to the Grand Canyon to go get his rear end out of Anaheim. Because the fact of the matter is, it's incoming eventually. We don't know when, but it's incoming.
It just depends on how much money the Angels are willing to eat. Because he's got a contract that goes to 2074 or some crazy
stupid number or something like that. But it's I don't know, but like baseball's weird. Like those contracts are so weird because you can sign a guy for like $70 million a year, but really it's like 14. Right. Shohei Ohtani is a prime example. Like all the deferred money
showed how everybody's complaining about that, and because he was really one of the
he was the first one to do it.
Major star. I mean, Bobby Bonilla is still getting paid, and he got last played in what 1990 something, whatever it was.
95.
And he still gets $1 million in July every year.
Yeah, it's stupid, but I don't know. It's such a strange outcome in Anaheim. If the Angels were to pull through it and actually trade Mike Trout, I don't think they'd do it. But I've seen stupider stuff happen before.
That's true.
What are you gonna do?
And the Angels, they like to, because first they were the California Angels,
Which is stupid.
which okay, then they changed it to the Anaheim Angels.
And then the
Stupidest thing of all time,
Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim.
Of Anaheim's got to be the most ridiculous. And if I'm Anaheim, because that's right, like I said, that's not where I lived. Anaheim, is the home of Disneyland and all that other stuff. I would not want my team to have Los Angeles on it if you're from Anaheim.
No.
So why they ever let that trickle through some way, I'll never understand that. So they're the Dodgers' little twin brother. They are, and kind of like the Padres.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
But the Angels, like I said, I've been to that stadium. I've seen how many fans they get in there. They get support like the Rockies. Their fans are there, and they never win.
That's so dumb.
So but then they sign what's his face, the third baseman,
Rendon,
and he plays 28 games in 4 years or whatever it is.
That was one of the worst contracts I've ever seen.
They've done that.
Yeah.
Down through the ages.
Yeah, it's the Justin Upton deal or something like that.
It was a guy that used to be a Ranger. And
Christ, I can't remember.
I'm trying to remember his name. He was an outfielder, and he was having issues with drugs and went to California, which was bad to start with. Because the Rangers had all kinds of, protective little, bubbles around him to keep him out of the...
Was it Josh Hamilton?
Josh Hamilton.
Josh Hamilton went to Anaheim?
He did.
Wow, really?
Yeah, and
that's a bad contract. Oh my God.
And then he had Pujols. That was a bad contract.
Josh Hamilton could have had one of the best careers ever, had he just stayed clean.
If he had stayed clean, but there's the inner demons and all that other stuff, and
which we guess.
Yeah, and there's know thyself.
Yeah,
okay,
it's true.
Know thyself and know what kind of situations you can handle and which ones you cannot.
Yeah,
because in Texas, there's drugs everywhere and all that. But like I said, the Rangers had a program for him.
Mm-hmm.
Then he went to the Angels, and that was right out the window. So, unfortunately for him, and but that's a long time ago. That's, I don't know, 13 years ago, something like that, if not longer.
Literally,
he went to the Angels, and then they signed Pujols and to a 10-year deal, and he was, when he was 30,
something like that, yeah,
something like that. So that was an albatross, and then Rendon. It just,
I don't know.
It's been straight sewer water over there for quite some time now.
What are you gonna do? So the NBA trade deadline passed.
That's right.
Giannis did not move.
He did not, and so
Thank
Milwaukee.
God.
If you're a Bucks fan,
thank God, honestly, because that, I don't understand he was being linked to here in New York. There was a ton of people that were saying this is such a bad idea because you're trading essentially a boatload of stuff for a guy who is, guaranteed 65, 70 games and could score 40 at will. But then you have the likelihood of, hey, if he gets hurt, you have no bench. None.
Well, because the fact of the matter is he's hurt right now.
He's hurt right now. But I'm glad that the Knicks didn't do that stupid trade, because you would have had to trade the best defender in basketball in OG Anunoby, a really good guard in Josh Hart, not a great guard, but a really good one. Probably Karl Anthony Towns, who's
Right.
a better forward than a center.
He just had a double-double the other night, I believe.
And you would probably have to trade Mikal Bridges too. Like, that's 4 starters. It's like
and that's exactly what
starters.
You would have had to have hold your place until he was healthy, if you can, in the standings, kind of like Denver when Jokic was, I'm trying to the Joker.
No, I got you.
And they did hold their place a little bit without him, but I think if the Knicks had made that trade, they would have sunk in the standings, and I think they're better off without doing that deal. And so, but if you're a Milwaukee Bucks fan, the summer, it's going to be right back the same thing, the same scenario.
What, honestly, and honest to God, when I say this, I think Milwaukee is a really good basketball town. Phenomenal basketball town.
It's a great sports town, period.
But the fact of the matter is this: you pissed off Giannis when you fired Mike Budenholzer, and you hired Doc Rivers.
Right, and
you did,
despite the fact that he led you to an NBA championship. So,
Ryan's here in the room here. Ryan, Desi's nominating you for a mullet toss. I don't know why, but she is.
That needs to be investigated.
That is one of those questions where I need to go just what you have done has made God very unhappy.
What you have done has made God very unhappy.
That doesn't make it, respectfully, of course, Ryan, a drop of dang sense.
No. I don't know where you're coming. Mullets? There's no mullets around here. So
Ryan could pull off a mullet if given the opportunity to. He could pull it off.
Don't do it, Ryan.
Please don't.
Yeah. And don't drag your man Dustin down the trail either.
I don't have hair. Oh, the wet t-shirt contest.
It's true.
I love it. We didn't want to say it. Oh, the wet t-shirt contest.
That's right.
I'm going to keep that joke to myself.
Okay.
I'm keeping that joke to myself, please.
Okay.
Jeez. It's like...
So about the trades.
Yeah,
okay.
The trades. There wasn't
a lot.
How about
the Mavericks were able to unload Anthony Davis?
Where's Dustin when you need him?
Yes, and I know he's spoken.
He's laughing his rear end off.
Well, because he was a Maverick guy.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm in Maverick City here. And I still remember where it was on a Saturday night. She fell asleep. I was just sit there and I was scrolling a little bit. Mavericks trade Luka Doncic. I'm like, nuh-uh. That can't be true. Well, guess what? It was true.
Oh, so stupid.
And so, anyway, that was just over a year ago.
Yep.
And so here we are. But they were able to get rid of Anthony Davis to Washington.
For what cost?
And so they were able to get
now
his
he's
salary
out for the year.
The books. Okay.
And now he's out for the year.
Yeah, and they call him street clothes for a reason.
Street clothes name.
And before that, they had traded for Trae Young, who
a streetcar named Desire.
Oh no.
A street clothes name Injury. Jesus.
So
that's a great play on words.
It is. And anyway, so they traded for Trae Young, who's been injured for quite some time, and I know this very well because I drafted the man.
Yeah.
Okay, and couldn't drop him for the longest time. Then he was designated for a drop, and I dropped him so fast he couldn't believe it. 'Cause he's not playing this year.
No, he's done.
So I guess they're planning on 2026, Trae Young and Anthony Davis.
Which that is
getting together.
How
And,
to not rebuild featuring the Washington Wizards? Like, seriously.
yeah.
What is going on in this chat? They toss mullets over the Florida and Alabama state line. The mullet is a fish.
Oh,
Mullet's a fish?
it is?
When I thought of mullet, I thought of the hairstyle. I'm like,
Yeah.
let's not get Trailer Park Boys in this room, please. That is a very interesting show, but we are not doing that.
Right. We are not doing that. And so there's that. And also the other interesting trade. How about James Harden to the Cleveland Cavaliers?
Okay, so James Harden. James Harden's career can be summed up as this. He's the one hot chick that you have a crush on in high school. And then you get her, you realize that her body count's up to like the 20s.
Right.
And then you find out, I now know why your body count is in the 20s.
Right.
In high school as a freshman. Because you're freaking nuts.
If he was just straight basketball,
He'd be one of the best players in the.
he can play basketball. He can still score.
Oh,
and, when it
you're
comes to
freaking
Cleveland,
nuts.
Cleveland makes this move, they better win. They better win now.
No. I'm talking the Clippers here because they traded for Darius Garland, who's a really good player.
Who's 10 years younger and can do almost not as quite as much. Who can really when James Harden is on?
He can't
But he can
score
do,
as well as Harden, but
no,
you're
but
right.
he can do enough. And he can do it
just
more
about
often
everything.
and with a clearer head and a better locker room presence.
He can do just about everything.
That's right. So the Clippers
Just
did
about everything.
themselves well here. And Cleveland, like I said, they better win, and they better win now. Because he'll want to be out the door.
Ryan, you stole that joke. James Harden is the hot chick you finally bagged, and you find out how ridiculously high maintenance she is, but you don't realize that until it's too late.
That's right.
Been there, done that. Anyway,
yeah.
Multiple times. Anyway, so it's for all the wrong reasons. Anyway,
so when it comes to the trade deadline, that's what I wanted to throw in there.
It's
Plus,
so
James
stupid.
Harden's 36 years old.
He's 36.
Yes. And
Good
so, like I
God.
said, he better win, and the Cleveland Cavaliers better win. Just ask Brooklyn how that worked out.
I have a question for you. Because speaking of the NBA, before we close up shop, because good God, I told you it was gonna be an easy show. Thank God. So, expansion.
Yes, I have
The
that.
Board of
written down.
Governors. The
Right
Board
here.
of Governors. There you go. And
Yes.
your little post-it note. There we go. Little notebook. Kevin's handy dandy notebook.
That's right.
I'm very curious to see when expansion's going to happen because we know it's incoming.
It's incoming, and that's fine.
We know it's happening. But the question is when. Because the Board of Governors are potentially going to put a vote, and obviously we know the two teams. It's been favored for years. Vegas, Seattle.
Right.
I think Seattle's happening regardless of what happens.
Right.
Vegas
And they
is
want
interesting.
Vegas. They want it. So I see that happening 100%.
Yes.
And so then the question is, because they're going to have two teams and more in the Western
Mhm.
Conference, obviously. So who moves?
I predict New Orleans is going to
Okay.
move,
Okay.
and I predict Dallas is going to move.
Well, I was looking more about Memphis, New Orleans, or Minnesota.
Definitely Memphis and New Orleans.
Okay, so if those two move, there's really no one besides. If you live in either one of those cities, that's fine.
Listen,
but if you
I
don't,
think,
no one else cares about either of those two teams.
listen, Memphis has a lot going for them.
They do,
If Ja Morant can really get his head in the
which
game,
he can't.
He can't. He can't.
Right.
It stings because he's such a talent. And then you got Zion Williamson over in New Orleans, which I don't know what the hell's going on with the Pelicans lately.
Yeah,
Because they're just a mess and a half. And
they are.
DeMarcus Cousins even said it best. I don't know how New Orleans hasn't relocated yet. I have no idea. No idea.
Right, because they're they're almost in Florida. You know what I'm saying? So how are you not in the
Actually,
Eastern
funny.
Conference?
Well,
So New
I'm
Orleans
curious
and
to see
Memphis, if they move to, things work, they're still
Pittsburgh.
and all that. But
Pittsburgh. Unlikely to happen.
yeah, and no, that's probably not. But
It was worth a shot.
Seattle's going to happen.
Seattle's happening. It's been happening
Or
for
the whole
20
thing
years.
will collapse if it doesn't.
Oh my
But
god!
I think Seattle and
Riots would
Vegas are going to happen.
Oh,
So-
Ryan makes a good point. I completely forgot. The Grizzlies moved back to Vancouver. Make it happen. You know what? I'm completely agreeing with you. I almost forgot the Vancouver Grizzlies were a thing.
Yeah,
You know what? You know what has a really good idea? Kansas City.
Kansas City, they were the Kings at one time.
They were the Kings at one time.
That's why you had the Kings, the Chiefs, and the Royals all right there in the same area.
Yep.
And the Kings went to Sacramento, and Sacramento would probably rather send them back to Kansas City because they've lost, 13 straight now?
Something like that, yeah. Desi brings a good point. Bring that to Supersonics. Honestly, and I know your point here, but it's Seattle's a basketball city.
It is.
They are. And I have said on record that I will literally abandon my Knicks fandom for the Supersonics. I'm not kidding.
I would abandon them just because of that, if as long as they maintain that intro.
Yeah,
It's
I
the
know.
best ever.
I know. But what's another one? I don't know. North Dakota. Oh, some obscure state.
North
Idaho.
Dakota Ice Fishers or something. I don't know.
I don't know. Canucks. That's Vancouver.
Yeah.
Vancouver has
And that's
gorgeous.
hockey, and that's fine.
Vancouver is a gorgeous area. Like
It is.
the British Columbia is a beautiful area.
Right. Oh, if you go to Seattle and get on the what you call that, the ferry. you're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. And Desi would like this. Desi, the women in Vancouver are gorgeous. You're welcome. Good luck Googling that. Just saying.
Who knows
Just
what you're going to
Google
come
that.
up with if you do that?
I don't know. Desi has a very interesting brain here.
Yes.
She was gonna have some fun with this. But what are you gonna do? So Kevin, we got Seahawks sessions on Friday, and we got some interesting news.
Yes,
Going
you
on
definitely want to because there are some interesting Seahawk free agents that we need to discuss,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes,
And
we will.
we've already talked about that the Seahawks have money,
They do.
but they don't have enough money to cover all of them. So
Which
what are they
we'll
going to
figure
do?
out.
So stand by for that.
Which we will figure out. All right, Kevin. Any final thoughts to close our shop for the day?
It's always great to be here, and it's always great
course.
to BS. And
Yep.
if there's ever a subject that you'd like to be discussed on this particular show, you can always email me, or not email me, on Twitter. Send me a message, okay? And Kevin62 WILSEA.
Yeah, right.
And-
there you go.
We're open to BS on just about anything.
Amen to that. This was quick and easy, just like we planned. All
Yeah.
right, from the greatest hit Texas Belly Fantasy Live. I'm Dan Cruz. I'm coming to you from the wow. It's been a long day, Kevin.
It has been.
Go to bed.
I understand.
From the beaches of lonely Long Island, New York. My name is Dan Cruz, and I will see you all in this life, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers, everyone. Have yourselves a wonderful night.